Hi friends. In mechanical behavior and testing of materials, we are going to see the topic about bend test. What is bend test? The bend test is a qualitative test in which a specimen is bent through a certain angle to check its ability to withstand plastic deformation without cracking. It is used to determine the ductility, surface and internal defects and weld quality. The types of bend test. There are two types. One is 3-point bend test. It's a, it is a test in which the test pieces in on the two supports and a downward force is applied at the midpoint, and it is a way to measure and compare the strengths of different materials. The second one is bend and rebend test. It is a test by bending the steels up to a specified angle and rebending after heating. In 3-point bend test, the experimental setup consists of an yellow rod which is called specimen is placed horizontally on the two supports. The two supports which located left and right to it act as a simple supports, and the distance between the specimen is called supporting span, which is denoted by L, and the loading pin which is located at the midpoint of the specimen, and the green arrow is called the applied force, which applies a vertically downward force and causes a bending stress. When the specimen experiences bending stress, the upper surface undergoes compression, the lower surface undergoes tension. In the middle, under the loading pin experiences a zero stress. The specimen is loaded when the specimen is loaded under the uniaxial bending stress. In order to determine the information on the bending behavior of the materials, especially in brittle materials, the specimen is bent with increasing force by centrally located loading pin due to the three contact points, which the two at the supports and one at the loading pin. Due to these 3 points, this test is called 3-point bend test. And it is used to determine the flexural strength, flexural stress and flexural modulus of a material. The flexural stress is the stress developed in a material when it is subjected to bending. It is also called bending stress, and it is denoted by the symbol sigma. Sigma is equal to 3PL divided by 2BD square, where P is the applied stress and L is the span length, B is the width of the specimen, and D is the thickness or depth. And the structural strain is the deformation per unit length, where it is denoted by the symbol epsilon, where epsilon is equal to 6 capital D into small d divided by L square. Here the capital D denotes the deflection at center, and the flexural modulus, it is the ratio of flexural stress and flexural strain in the elastic region and represents the stiffness of a material in bending. It is denoted by the letter E, where E is equal to L cube into M divided by 4B D cube. Here M denotes the slope of load deflection curve. And the second test is the bend and rebend test. The straight horizontal line represents the test specimen, where the circular block is called mandrel. The bar is bent around this mandrel, and the diameter of the mandrel is specified according to the standards, usually a multiple of bar diameter. First, the specimen is bent to a specified angle of 135 degree, and this was the bend direction. Then it is kept in a hot water for a specified time, commonly up to 30 minutes. After cooling, the specimen is rebent in the opposite direction to a specified angle of 157.5 degree, and this was the rebent direction. After the rebending, the specimen is examined for cracks. If cracks are appeared, the material fails in this test. If no cracks are appeared, the material has good ductility and passes this test. Applications. In the applications of bend test is applied to check the ductility, soundness and reinforcement bars like TMT bars, belt, sheet metals and structural steels. It is mainly used for quality control and detecting the cracks or defects or after bending. And these are the content about bend test.